Hi, I'm Spider-Man and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. Hi there, welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for an absolutely massive haul. Now I've got far too many figures here to the side of me to unbox, but we're going to attempt it anyway. So it's been a very busy couple of weeks for deliveries and I'm very poor now. Let's say PayPal credit has its uses. My goodness, Super7 have hit me and they have hit me hard with like over 4 waves of things at once. We've got some Mattel in here, we've got some Hasbro as well. So what I'm going to do in this video is literally start with the unboxing, show you what is in the haul, and then we will take a closer look. So Cheeky Monkey is behind the camera. We're down in front of the Mezcos because the toy room's in a mess after WrestleMania. My voice, hopefully that's come back. If you haven't checked out the WrestleMania live stream, please do so. Over 5 hours of commentary. It's killed me. So let's start with some of the stuff I've pre-prepped because I pre-unboxed some of this. We will start with Marvel Legends and we'll start with the 3.75 line. This, unfortunately, is the final wave of 375. So we've got Doctor Doom, my literal favourite Marvel character. We've got Jessica Drew, classic Spider-Woman. And we also have, first time in this classic look from the current line, is Power Man, so Luke Cage. So excited to get these 3 into collection. And I think Ghost Rider is the final one for me to get for that line. So that's the 375. So they can go under the table here. Look, fancy coffee table, IKEA's cheapest. Let's go to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe then. So here is Cobra Khan. So this is the standard version, not the Camo Khan exclusive version, which I already got. So I've managed to get the regular version there. And we've also got Rattler as well. So he's got the extendable neck piece and yep, he actually rattles. So we'll see how that gets on when I unbox him, hopefully at a later date. So those 2 have come through from Amazon.co.uk because they've been sold out at a lot of the other retailers. Now I've tried to do these box piles in order, so this should be more He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So this hopefully is the Mattel Creations exclusive. It is indeed. There he is. Frog Mania is running wild. There is the Dungeon Dweller of Castle Grayskull himself, Frogmonger. So this one sold out pretty quick on Mattel Creations, but I was there at the start and luckily did manage to get myself one of those bad boys. So Frogmonger, first time in the line for him. Now, these 2 have literally just arrived today. So this is fresh from Yodel. So I've upgraded. Not just a little one. We've got the full kitchen one in this video. So there we go. I try not to kill myself as we do some live unboxing. I don't know where my little one's gone. So I had to get the big one. Get that off to the side. And it is the first then from the Indiana Jones line, from the Adventure series. So there is, as I call him, Melty Face. So we'll go into more detail of him later. But yes, there is Major Arnold Todt, the old German Gestapo officer, or as I say, I like to call him Melty Face from the end of the film. Now, I only bought 2 from this opening wave. You can probably then guess who the other one is here. Oh, he's in a bit tighter. Oh, I have to Hulk smash. Oh my goodness. Oh, we've had to Hulk smash. There we go. Flip open the flap, did not work. It was full Hulk smash. See you later to that one. And those. I'll clear this up after she looks at me proper dodgy. And there he is. Indiana Jones himself. So the first Indiana Jones figure of the line from the Build and Artifact wave. So there they are. We can't see the figures because of course they're in lovely plastic 3 packaging. So here's some cardboard boxes. So Indiana Jones has arrived. Where am I going to put them? I'm going to run out of the room in a minute. So Masters of the Universe done. Marvel 375 done. Indiana Jones done. I think everything else is Super7. So let's go through. So hopefully they're all in here. So this is Mandora from the Thundercats line. In theory, I'll do the old pull up there, the old reveal. Hopefully Cheeky Monkey is getting that. That should be Mandora then. The female police officer of the line for Thundercats. This one, luckily I paid in advance for her, so that wasn't the biggest of bills, which was lucky. Right, we're going in random order because I've ordered so many from different waves here, and they have literally hit me all at once. So terrible planning on Super7's part. Some of these are like 2.5 years. So here we go then from the Power Rangers line. So the packaging, again, it impresses as ever with Super 7, but unfortunately I cut it up usually. So this should be Goldar. Should be big, hunking and imposing Goldar. Very shiny gold on this one, hopefully. Yep, big shining gold, big blue face. And it looks much bigger than the Lightning Collection. So I did sell all my Lightning Collection when I announced these. And hopefully it won't be a regret. But Goldar hopefully gets us off to a good start. Now, can I get into this one? So this, I think, is going back to Thundercats. I'll have to hashtag flip open the flap here. This should be Mandora's Electrocharger bike. Which again, luckily, this one was paid in advance. So, came from a Comic and Cocktails here in the UK. And they had a 10% off about a year ago when I pre-ordered this, which is a big one. So I got the pre-order in then. So there, hopefully, is the Electrocharger. As I say, we will go into more detail and a closer look once I've managed to unbox everything. And the living room's going to be a total mess. So I'm sure Cheeky Monkey's going to be really happy with that. So we've got 2 more to the left and a load to the right. Next up then, this looks like Simpsons to me. It is indeed Super 7 Simpsons. Oh, by the looks of the back of the packaging, this is Deep Space Homer. What an episode that was. Homer goes into space to the inanimate carbon rod. You've got the potato chips there, everything in there. So, yeah, looking pretty cool for Homer. I will say, as I say, get a closer look once we are through. So that is Homer. Now, according to the box, another different Super 7 line. I have got far too many Super 7 lines. And of course, with the being WrestleMania week, with the Mattel Creations WCW Arena, please go back it, people, because I need that. Well, it's getting very expensive, isn't it, this toy game? I'm going to need a second job. Maybe I can do an OnlyFans. Anybody want to... nude pictures, anybody? Cheeky Monkey, would you like some of those?
No.
No, can't even convince the missus for nude pictures, so I can't imagine OnlyFans is going to go well. Is this Robin Hood? It looks like he is on the back. You've got the Stork disguise, so it's back to the Disney line, and Robin Hood from Super 7. So that's Simpsons, Thundercats, Power Rangers, and Disney so far, which I think is all the lines that I've got in here. And this says Simpsons on the box. Now, I think this is the controversial one. The only 2 figures I got from Simpsons were Homer and Moe. And as I turn this bad boy around, you will see Moe looks pretty cool, but he is missing his apron. So I have contacted Super 7 Direct, and they have put me on the waiting list. So when they produce the apron that they forgot to add at the factory, hopefully they will send one directly over to me. They said they will, so as long as they put it right, that'll be okay. But this Moe figure does look pretty cool, but a little bit annoyed about the apron. One thing I am noticing, these Simpsons figures are absolutely huge, so display place is going to be at a premium. Right, we continue. Still Super 7. This says Power Rangers. Now, I did go for all of the first wave and a few extras, so we should be seeing quite a few today from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this says this should be the Green Ranger. So there is Tommy in all his glory. Now, I did have a peek at this one earlier. The heads aren't great, but they're more sort of cartoon toyish. So if you think of them in that style, they don't look too bad. So they do fit in with the rest of the line there. Just having another look. Yeah, do think that's a really cool looking Power Ranger figure. Again, not greatest work on the head sculpt though on these ones. So that's the Green Ranger. I'm seriously running out of room here. Right, next up, this says Disney. So another Disney one. If I can get the knife in there, get this flap flipped open. Come on, son. There we go. Right, there we go. This should be Alice, or is it the Mad Hatter? And it's Alice in Wonderland herself. Now, another one with a potential controversial head sculpt. Let me just have a quick peek. Not too bad in hand. Not as bad as it's looked on the photos. The eyes, I think, are where the issue is. They could do with a lot more sort of blue in the eye there. But the figure doesn't look too bad from my first look. At least we've got a nice soft goods dress on Alice. So she is over there. We've got about 5 or 6 more to go. Now this looks like a big bastard. This should be the first Megazord. This should be the Tyrannosaurus Dinosaur at least. My goodness, look at the size of this box. Get this open. And he is absolutely tonking, isn't he? I'll just get a quick look myself. Good fucking God, what am I going to do with that? That is huge. So at the end of this video, we will definitely get this one unboxed, because I have made a sort of 1 to 150 scale city to put this bad boy in. So definitely stick around to the end, because the Tyrannosaurus Dinozord will be getting unboxed in this video. Right, more Power Rangers to come. This should be the army builder of the wave, and for one of the first times I actually have done some army building. So this should be the Putty Patroller with all sorts of different accessories in there. You've got the red eyes, you've got the black eyes, the interchangeable hands. Oh, excuse me. Cheeky Monkey's giving me the lurgy. WrestleMania's killed my voice. We're about 4 days later and I still can't talk properly. But there is the Putty Patroller. That's what you get being a wrestling fan in the UK. Absolutely no sleep. 3 nights in a row of late nights for me. So there's a Putty Patroller. And I have army built him. So there's another Putty Patroller. And this wasn't good for the wallet. There's another Putty Patroller. 3 Putty Patrollers. So for some reason, this idiot spent £150 on just bloody putties. He thought it was a good idea. Let's sell the Lightning Collection and army build Super7. I don't know quite what came over me, but I probably did that, 2 years ago. Now I thought I'll deal with it at the time. Now the time has come, and I'm very, very poor. So there's 2 more to go. This should be the Yellow Ranger. Look at the pile of mess I've got here. She is going to absolutely kill me. And that should be, Trini, there, your Yellow Power Ranger. So hopefully she's coming through on camera for you. Yellow Ranger. There is one more thing in the pile, then we will take a closer look at everything. And I can let Cheeky Monkey go for a bath as I can film that bit myself. Oh, she's smiling. That's the first smile I've had all day, ladies and gentlemen. Right, here we go. Oh, let's do it upside down. Let's do it upside down. Whip-a-doodle. Oh, there we go. It's the Mad Hatter. Oh, another smile from her. I think she actually likes this one. That's the first figure, I think. Was that approval, Cheeky Monkey?
Yeah.
There we are. Approval. So the Mad Hatter himself from Alice in Wonderland. The Queen of Hearts is in an upcoming wave. So that is everything. If Cheeky Monkey gets a little shot of the pile I've just created here, that I'll have to sort of stack up, hopefully get a thumbnail out of that, and tidy it up. So that is the mega haul. It's a bit insane, and yes, I am very, very poor. So stick around for the next segment, and we will take a closer look. Right, call me crazy, but I've attempted some form of stack here on the table. So this may fall off and go disastrously wrong, but they are stacked, so we will go through them sort of one by one. So for a closer work, so we start off with the Putty Patroller, number 1 of 3. So you can see the red eye design, the black eye design, the cowboy hat. I know there's like an American football jersey in there, all the interchangeable pieces you get with the Putty Patroller. And I do like the packaging on these. I will be cutting out the Mighty Morphin logo to go on the shelf. So there's a look at the second Putty Patroller. And number 3, because I'm crazy. So 3 Putty Patrollers. And let's have a look at Tommy then. So here's a look at Green Ranger Tommy, if I can get in a bit closer there. So I said the head sculpt don't look as bad in person, but they don't look human realistic. They are painted and they look more toy or sort of cartoony or comic booky. So if you want something ultra realistic, then it's definitely not for you. But these will match the sort of Super7 aesthetic of the Thundercats and all the other figures in the line. So if you do want to display them, they're not going to be too bad. But I think the actual figure does look sort of quite impressive himself. I may do a separate video on all the Power Rangers once I get round to actually unboxing them. You can see in the back there the toy version of the chest shield there in the metallic sort of vac metal, and the more accurate version there to the show. You've got the dagger and everything, or a load of accessories as you get with Super7. They are expensive, but you do get a load of accessories. Should we stick with Power Rangers? Let's stick with Power Rangers. Let's try and theme this. So down to Gold Island, and this fella looks mighty impressive in hand. The gold is really, really shiny. He looks absolutely massive. He looks a good 8 inches tall. They said he will scale with the figures, like towering over the figures, or he will go with all the Zords. So I think I might actually have him in the Zord display when he's sort of powered up fighting them. So you get all the Ranger coins and everything in there. Went over to the Yellow Ranger there, so you get a pair of head sculpt. They probably look better than Tommy's, but again, you get both versions of the Yellow Ranger there. A little doll thing, which I have no idea where that comes from. You got the flowers, you got the toy versions of the weapons, and then followed by the actual show versions of the weapons there. And then the final one is the actual Megazord himself, which I say, stick around to the end. He will be fully unboxed and placed in the city once we've gone through everything in this segment. So again, he looks massive. That tail, these look so big, I think I'm going to run out of space. I've only got sort of 2 Power Ranger shelves that have been empty for 2 years now, ready for these, and whether that'll be enough. And wait till we get to the Simpsons, because they look... Mo is about the same size as the... if I pan back here, Mo is nearly the same size as the bloody Zord. So you get the mini versions of the Red Ranger, which hopefully will scale with the buildings that I've got in my city. It does look accurate. It looks like a man in a suit, which is exactly what I wanted. So it does look like a good figure there. And I think that's it for the Power Rangers. So you've got the Zord, Goldar, Yellow Ranger, Tommy, and then army building of the putties. So let's go to Disney next, because I'm in that area. So here's the Mad Hatter. This is probably the most impressive of the Disney figures. You actually get a soft goods jacket, which I wasn't actually expecting. I do apologise for the reflection, but I'm trying to get some light down here. You've got all these hats and everything, interchangeable faces. This looks just like the Mad Hatter. This is a crazy looking figure. I can't wait for the Queen of Hearts. So some of these Disney figures have been a bit of a miss. That Mickey wasn't great, but Prince John was, and Mad Hatter is an absolute winner. If we come over then to Robin Hood, who is over here, this one looks like another tremendous looking figure to me. That looks exactly like animated Robin Hood, which of course it should, because that's what it's based on. But that's one of my favourite Disneys growing up. Please do let me know your favourite Disney film in the comments below. Robin Hood was up there for me. Jungle Book was another one that I was a big fan of as well when I was little. I'd like a Cruella de Vil actually from 101 Dalmatians. So you can make Robin into the Stork as well, but that's going to go excellent with Prince John. And then the controversial one, Alice. As I say, doesn't look as bad in person. The soft good dress looks quite good. Again, it's the lighter skin tone I think to put people off on the eyes, but the eyes, that looks fine to me. I think in some videos it did look honestly generally terrible, but actually in hand it does look better. I would like the Cheshire Cat though. Please get me a Cheshire Cat Super 7. So that is Alice. So please I didn't cancel her in the end. I think she'll go well with sort of Mad Hat. If I pan back there, you can get them both kind of in the same shot. She could have done with some better sort of eye painting, I think, but not too bad at all. So that's the 3 for Disney in this wave that I ordered. Didn't get everything. See, look, didn't get everything. That's a way of cutting down. So Mandora then. From the Thundercats, the space police officer. You get her boomerangs in their sort of 80s mobile phone from Thundercats in space. So she's looking good. I think she's the last figure I've actually got pre-ordered for Thundercats. Haven't actually pre-ordered any of the more recent waves, hoping they might go into a sale as they get into the more obscure characters. I don't know whether they'll sell as well, but Mandora I went for, because the week she went up for pre-order, I've got the DVDs of Thundercats, and I was doing a rewatch, and literally 2 days after I'd watched the episode that she's in, the figure went up, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake, if I haven't watched that, may have not actually remembered who she was, and might have been able to pass on her, but that was bad timing on my part, or good timing, I don't know. And she does, of course, come with her electro charger there, which I've got sort of on the side in the stack. But again, when she's in the collections, I'll do a sort of deep dive video into Thundercats, because I've got to try and fit this thing on, because this, again, is absolutely massive. Super 7 are quite pricey on their vehicles, but they are bloody huge. So there's the electro charger. Now, if I get down here, you should see, I haven't knocked all this off yet, see? I think that this Mad Hatter is holding on by the skin of his teeth, but he's on there. So these are the Simpsons Wave 1s that I've ordered. I went for Mo and Homer. I didn't go for Robot, Itchy and Scratchy or Poochie. I'll get Poochie, I think, if he gets reduced, but I wanted me a Homer. I love all these random versions of Homer. So again, I do want the classic versions. So if they don't do the classic versions, it's kind of making me think, should I collect the World of Springfield? But can't afford to collect everything. I'm already far too poor, as you can tell from this bloody video. And as I've told you before, it's a big wrestling week, and that is absolutely destroying the budget. Luckily, I had a big sale on McFarlane figures, so at least they've gone, and they've funded the WCW stage if that does get funded. See, I'm talking about Homer Simpson, and I'm waffling on about wrestling. Too much a collector at heart. So this is a great looking Homer. As I say, I don't have any of the World of Springfield, so this is literally my first ever Simpsons figures, having watched the show, well, since it aired, really. I must have watched the first sort of 12 seasons, hundreds of times, and I've been showing Cheeky Monkey through them because she hadn't actually watched them until she met me. So I've taken her through the first sort of 10 seasons. So I do like the crisps or the chips, and I think you can fit those in his mouth. But it's the scale of the figures. If I show you like the sort of, hopefully that's a scale Indiana Jones. We'll never know. It's a bloody cardboard box, but they're huge. They're absolutely huge. Which again, I know Kang and Kudos are coming, the aliens from Treehouse of Horror, and they're going to be massive. How the hell are these going to fit on the shelf? I really don't know. So, word of warning for anybody trying to pick up this line, they are absolutely massive. They're way bigger than you if I can pan back there, you can see the Yellow Ranger and Homer in the same shot, and you can see the scale difference. They're taller, they're wider, they're thicker, so they are going to take some space. So Mo, of course, as I said earlier, hopefully his apron will be coming at a later date. You've got a flaming Mo there. You've got that random panda accessory that it was in the back room for like one episode for about 10 seconds, wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember it any more than about 10 seconds. And then we get Indy out the way, and you've got some look at the I love that screaming head. His phone's in there somewhere. I hope his phone's in there somewhere. So Bart can make his sort of prank calls to Mo. You got some pickled eggs in there. So again, they look amazing. They really do look just like the Simpsons characters, but yeah, they're massive. They're absolutely massive. So that's it for Super 7. That killed the wallet. And then Indiana Jones did turn up today. As I say, not a lot to show really at the moment, just a box. And there's Toe literally in just a box. So figures we can actually see aren't plastic free. So there's a look at if I turn these up, you'll get a probably better view there. So there's Ratlaw from He-Man. Again, looking very nice. I do like these Origins figures. Better articulation, but versions of the classic characters there. There's Cobra Khan. And there's the one everybody wanted, Frogmonger, the Dungeon Dweller of Castle Grayskull. Looking really cool. Very, very bright colours. Such a really good collection. It's Masters of the Universe Origin. I hope it continues for a while. And then finally for this bit, we will look at Doctor Doom. As I said, my favourite character in all of Marvel. Love that drawing there of Doom. And he's looking pretty good for a 3 3/4 inch figure. Finally, last two to do. Oh, we could have our claps. We could have had a claps there. Nearly got to the end of the segment without a claps. We got Luke Cage, Power Man. Even I'd say about this one, his head sculpt looks really bloody small. It looks very, very small compared to the rest of the body. So that's not the best looking one in the way. But I think Jessica Drew is looking very good as well. So it's a shame to see this line end because I have really quite enjoyed these. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the haul. Absolutely ridiculous. Really, just ridiculous. How can so many bloody figures be released in such a short time frame? Well, luckily I haven't pre-ordered a load of Marvel Legends because from what I was hearing last week, in about a week's time, nearly £800 of Marvel Legends are going to be released. And of course, it was Haulathon recently, wasn't it? So you look down there, there's the Haulathon stuff. I haven't even opened it. There's the Turtles over there. It's been a mega month for sort of March, early April for toy collectors. How the hell are we supposed to keep up with all this shit? And see, OnlyFans, come on, OnlyFans. Right, final segment of the video then. We'll be getting this Tyrannosaurus Zord unboxed and into the display. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've impressed myself. To me, that looks shit hot. Look at this. So I've got some sort of 1 to 150 scale buildings I ordered from Amazon Japan. The base there of the road is from the G.I. Joe Sky Striker. So that is the underneath of the box folded out. And he does look imposing. So I've got a bit of shadow here because I do have to have my flash on to get into this. But that kind of looks intimidating. So even the little Red Ranger himself pretty much scales with the buildings there. Good shiny silver on the dinosaur there. Articulation, I said there's plenty of other videos for articulation. It's got a bit. The tail actually individually articulates, but he does look good within the, if I sort of pan back there, within the city that I've created. So what I'm going to do is on that side of the shelf, it's going to be where the Power Rangers figures are, and on that side it's going to be the sort of Zord City. So looking forward to the Megazord. What have we got? The Dino Megazord. We've got the new White Tiger Zord as well coming. So they're all going to look quite good, I think, with those scale buildings. So as I said, HobbyLink Japan, Amazon Japan, they all scale these little buildings. Anybody wants them, just search for Tommy Tech or Tomics, I think are the brands. They work out about, they're less than sort of £10 each, so they do make for quite the effective display there, as it looks sort of Godzilla-esque, as he's going to be marching around the city. So my voice is going, so I'm probably going to get out of here. It's been a hell of a haul, and for anybody that stuck around to the end, here's a little sneak peek of what I've been doing. I've been building this massive sort of quadruple wrestling area. So with the Hyper WrestleMania and the potential stage coming, I've been doing a lot of building this week, so plenty more to come on that once it's all finished. But we're going to have sort of wrestling rings galore within the collection. So before my voice completely goes, I have been Jay, and this has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. So please do comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video.